Sports Live, and it is that time in the show where we try to stump Steve once a week with the latest edition of Tasker's Teammates, which is brought to you by Wegmans Meals to Go, delicious meals delivered. Download the Wegmans app today. Steve, are you ready, my friend?
I am so ready.
So ready. All right, clue number one for this week's edition of Tasker's Teammates. Born in Laurel, Mississippi, I am the same age as Steve. Someone who probably started his career around the same time as you.
Laurel, Mississippi. Al Edwards.
It is not Al Edwards. Not a bad guess. Clue number two. I played my college football at the same school as Walter Payton, but not at the same time. You know the school?
Jackson State.
Yep.
God, I should get this. Jackson State. Already.
He doesn't want to. He's got his list in front of him of all the Tasker teammate answers we've had.
It's not John Fina.
It's not John Fina.
Jackson State.
Yeah, write it down. Take notes, Steve. Do what you got to do here.
J.D. Williams.
It is not J.D. Williams. Okay? Clue number three for Tasker's teammate. I was a teammate of Steve's for a little more than 3 seasons, all with the Bills.
Where he started with the Bills, though. Russell Copeland.
It is not Russell Copeland.
Okay.
Clue number 4. I was a former second-round pick of the Bills.
Oh.
This should narrow it down for you.
Gosh, now I got to go back.
Yeah, I didn't give you the year because I think that might give it away. We're trying to be difficult here, Steve. Degree of difficulty. This is not supposed to be easy.
This is kind of hard. This Jackson State second-round pick.
The wheels are turning.
So, I sift through position groups, you know.
Oh, is that how you work?
And
That's how you work this?
I'm working it, and I'm going back to, guys, I don't know.
All right, so let's go to clue
How can
number
I miss a
5.
second-round pick?
Clue number 5. I spent my entire NFL career in the AFC East, but it was with the Bills and one other team in the division.
Right now, the fans are starting to go, I know who it is. I
haven't gotten any texts yet.
Right.
We had guys from the personnel department texting me last week.
Okay, hold on. Come on.
So Mississippi native. College football at Jackson State. Teammate for 3 seasons with the Bills. Former second-round pick of the Bills.
Which means second-round pick of the Bills. That means he moved on from the Bills, went to another team, probably
which was in the AFC.
And I'm thinking it's got to be, I'm thinking a defender. Because could be an O-lineman.
Steve is working.
Howard Ballard.
It is not Howard Ballard. Clue number 6. Much like Steve, I was a productive player on special teams. One season, I tied for the league lead in fumble recoveries with 4, all of which came on special teams.
Carwell Gardner.
It is not Carwell Gardner. Clue number 7. In 1991, I was named team MVP of my second NFL team.
Chris Burkett.
Chris Burkett is correct, Steve.
Chris Burkett.
Well done.
Went to the Jets and played well.
That's right. Chris Burkett with the Jets. But
Chris Burkett.
We have Chris on the line now.
I can't believe it took me that long to get Chris Burkett.
Steve Tasker.
How are you, man?
What's up, brother?
It's great to hear from you. I'm glad you're. Yeah, that was. See, I'll tell you this. I did not know you did the fumble recovery thing, and I certainly didn't. I certainly didn't equate you with special teams for us because you were like a starting wideout for us.
Right.
See, you got me. You got me.
But I did it all. Brother.
Yeah, you had. Oh, that's great. How you do? Where are you living now? Are you back
I live in Mississippi. I still live in Mississippi. Yeah. I'm the executive director of a mentoring program called Big Brothers Big Sisters of Mississippi, a state agency. We do a lot of good work here.
Yeah.
A lot of great work.
What city are you in?
Huh?
What city?
In Madison, Mississippi, but my program is all over the state. So I live actually in Madison, Mississippi. But I've been here ever since I left New York. I've been here for the last 22 years. So I've been here for quite a while.
Yeah, I mean, you right after you stopped playing, because that was going to be a clue a little bit later. I don't know if it would have helped Steve, but I mean, you wanted to get into some non-for-profit work after you were done. You started working for them, and then you became the CEO down there.
Absolutely. I've actually been with the agency for 17 years, and I've been the CEO for the last 10. So I've actually worked with nonprofits for quite a while. Even once I transitioned out of the NFL, I started working with a lot of nonprofits.
Right.
Yeah. But Steve, I figured that was going to be a hard one, brother. But we was in the line together in 101. I figured you'd get it. I figured you get it sooner or later.
That's right. I got to ask you, what's your biggest challenge now with your nonprofit, Big Brothers and Sisters? Big
Brothers, Big Sisters.
Big Brothers, Big Sisters of Mississippi. What's your biggest challenge?
Well, like a lot of nonprofit fundraising, especially right now with the with COVID-19, fundraising. A lot of our fundraising opportunities have kind of dried up a little bit, but we got a lot of good partners, a lot of good sponsors that's keeping us going strong. But right now, fundraising, and another problem we having right now, we have to do a lot of virtual one-on-one with our mentors and mentees.
Right.
So we're not able to communicate, in person with a lot of our families that we work with. So that's one of the issues. But we're still working through it. At some point I'm going to transition out of the organization and transition on the board because I'm kind of burnt out on working.
Right, I get you.
We got a great program here. Hey, by the way, before I lose any time, Steve, I want to congratulate you, brother, on being nominated to the Hall of Fame.
Well, thanks.
I'm really proud of you, man.
Well, I appreciate
You've done a lot
it.
of good work.
You've
done a lot of good work, and you did a lot of good work once you transitioned out of the league, too.
Yeah.
So
I got to ask you this. What's the best part about what you're doing these days?
Well, the best part is these same kids that we serve every day, Steve, I was that same kid.
Yeah.
And to be able to see some of these kids, attendance records get better, classes, their grades get better, they know how to communicate better with their peers and their family members. In school, they get better. To be able to see these kids improve in real time is awesome for us, man. It's almost, I equate it to sometimes catching a touchdown from Jim Kelly. I mean, it's awesome, man. So
right.
I really enjoy what we do.
Awesome, man. That's awesome.
And the last one I had for you, Chris, was, you had that big year on special teams with the Jets, and a lot of people thought you'd have a good look at being the special teams representative in the AFC for the Pro Bowl. There was just one guy that was in your way.
Yeah.
Right.
I wonder who that was.
There goes Steve Tasker once again.
Yeah, there you go. That's right. That's right. Hey, man. Hey, it's great talking to you. Great catching up with you. I'm glad you did this. I appreciate it. And it's wonderful to hear your voice. I'm so glad and I'm proud of you for what you're doing these days.
Awesome, man. I appreciate it, too, man. Good to talk to you guys.
All right, Chris, thanks for making time and playing along with us here with this latest edition of Tasker's Teammate. We appreciate the time, and best of luck to you down there getting through this pandemic with your organization.
All right. Y'all be good.
All right. Take care, Chris. Chris Burkett, former Bills wide receiver, the latest answer in Tasker's Teammate, which is brought to you by Wegmans Meals to Go. Delicious meals delivered. Download the Wegmans app today. That was a good one.
Yeah, you got me with that one.
We had you going. You guessed a bunch of receivers. I was like, ooh, he's on the right track here. I thought you were going to get it a lot sooner.
Let me tell you something. That's why I'm never going to get in the Hall of Fame. That right there. And he's a perfect example. So he plays wide receiver, and I don't know whether he got pushed out or they were moving Flip Johnson around or, there's a lot of stuff going on there.
Yeah, because he was here for 2 games,
right.
And then all of a sudden he got waived.
He left because he was like, listen, I'm a good player, and what's the deal? He was kind of disgruntled, and they said, okay, so he goes right to the Jets, and they put him on special teams right away.
Yeah,
and
he was like a third down receiver.
Had never played special teams, so he goes right to the Jets as their MVP because he kills it on special teams. That's why one guy just goes over 1 year MVP of their team on special, because he played special teams. Yeah, that's how easy it was to play special. Everybody plays special teams.
Well, yeah, but it was interesting because I was reading an old New York Times write-up researching the clues for Tasker's teammate, and one of his old teammates said, we were stunned when he didn't go to the Pro Bowl for the AFC as the special teams rep because of the monster year he had. 4 fumble recovery. That's hard to do on special teams. I don't have to tell you. I don't have to tell you that.
It's big.
And he had a block kick too, I think, that year. So 4 fumble recoveries and a block kick on special teams, and he doesn't go to the Pro Bowl because some guy over here was doing some similar stuff that same year.
Well, because this guy over here was playing on the Bills, and the Bills were the juggernaut of the conference,
and the Jets were not.
And also, but those are the kind of plays, the fumble recoveries and the block kick. Those are the kind of plays that get you in.
Yeah.
Those are exactly the
you
kind
got
of
to
plays
make those splash plays.
Those are
on
exactly
special
the kind
teams.
of plays you got to make.
Yeah. I mean, unless you're some dynamic return man or.
Well, even then. So, that's, So that's, Chris Burkett. Good dude.
Yeah. So that was a fun Taskers teammate. We'll have one next week as well, as we like grinding Steve's gears with these.
You got me on that one. We had to go deep on that one.
Yeah, so that was good. All right, we have to take a break, but when we return, it'll be time for What Have We Learned from today's show. That's coming up next here on One Bills Live, presented by Kaleida Health. This is Buffalo Bills Radio.